Tulane takes on Georgia Tech this Saturday at 3 o'clock at Hullabaloo Stadium. And don't forget, you can check out Tulane football with Coach Curtis Johnson on our sister station, WWL-TV, at 11:30 p.m. on Sunday night. Well, to find Green Wave Spirit, you don't have to look any farther than online, where Tulane alumni and superfan Fergie Lewis runs her own blog dedicated to Green Wave football. It's called the Hullabaloo Huddle. She's also known as Mrs.Hullabloo. And she joins us tonight with her tips on celebrating with your team at home parties and tailgating. So thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for being invited. I was so tickled.
You are all Tulane out.
I am.
All right, so what made you start this blog? You didn't go to Tulane.
Well, I was a Newcomb alum, but my husband and I became dedicated fans after Hurricane Katrina, and I just figured we started going to all the away games, and we realized with the conference we were in that it wasn't a really difficult task to do to go to Houston or Dallas or Birmingham where our conference opponents were. And I felt I needed to start chronicling our trips, and then it just started into, we started tailgating with friends. I started sharing recipes about that we had at our tailgates, and decoration things that we had done, and just the fun that we've been having as Tulane fans.
Really cool. All right, well, you brought some adorable stuff, so I want you to talk about some of this. These are some of your tailgating pieces?
Yes, these are some of my tailgating pieces. This was something that I just wanted to bring and show as just a little something that you can toss together with repurposing items.
Okay.
So little spirit shakers, a little bottle koozie, these little Mardi Gras throws, and then some ribbon. That's just an easy way to do a little centerpiece.
Definitely.
Right. For tailgating.
All right, good stuff. And this one has to be my favorite, your Green Wave chandelier.
Yes. So we started having chandeliers at our tent, and one of the girls that we tailgate with, Peggy, she actually did it for us. She's much more crafty and has more patience than I do on this kind of stuff. But yeah, so we have little tailgate chandeliers, and we have different ones for different themes that we pull out.
Adorable. Well, even though you didn't make it, if someone else is crafty, it's a good idea.
Right,
exactly. Just paint some Green Wave theme on there. All right, and what have we got over here? This is another one easy to make.
Yes, so this tub I had in the top of my kitchen for forever, and I was looking at it, I was like, I think I can probably repurpose this. So I actually have two different decals, put one decal on the front and the other one on the back, and then switch out the flowers for, depending on what I do for the decorations for the tailgate that week.
Cute. Well, I think you're a lot more crafty than you're giving yourself credit for. And it seems kind of simple to just put something together that looks really nice in Tulane. Go with the basic colors, I would think, is where you start.
Exactly, right. So I always keep an eye out at fabric stores and at different home stores and discount stores to see if I find tablecloths that are on sale. I don't like to spend a whole lot of money. My husband doesn't like for me to spend a whole lot of money either, but I always try to see what I can repurpose at my house, or what maybe in a remnant pile somewhere, and that's in the Tulane colors. And this one I like because it's going to match the end zones of the new field.
Yeah, it's going to look great. And mentioning that new stadium, the students on campus are so excited, right? Because for the first time, tailgating is actually going to be on campus.
Right. Well, we do have a little bit of experience with tailgating at the Dome and then at Tad Gormley, but it's definitely going to be a whole different situation with being on campus.
Definitely.
Bringing it back home.
And so what are you guys expecting and planning for this weekend?
Well, our tailgate group is pretty well put together, and we have a lot of experience doing the tailgating, so we actually delegate a lot out of our responsibility, so it's not so difficult on one person to put together.
Well, that's a good idea. So give us some examples. Let's say you're in charge of food. What is someone else doing?
Well, actually, we come up with a menu every spring.
We
do menus, right.
Stop it.
Once they announce the schedule, we do a menu based on the themes, either of who the opponent is, or the city, or the time of year. So last year we did, one game fell on Rosh Hashanah, so we did a whole Jewish menu with brisket and etc. So it was great. But anyway, so we come up with a menu, and each of our members contributes a potluck side dish.
Okay.
So it's a lot easier, to do it in a group versus one person having to lug, all kinds of food and the grill and da-da-da. So everything gets contributed. I handle the decorating.
Okay.
And everybody else contributes the food and then drinks, so it's a lot easier, and everybody enjoy the afternoon.
Gotcha. And so how long have you been tailgating at Tulane games?
Since 2009, that I've been chronicling since 2009, but in 2004, Tulane allowed tailgating back again at the Dome, because they hadn't allowed that for a while. And then there was tailgating out at Tad Gormley, so which is a lot of fun, being out under the oaks and stuff.
Right.
So we're definitely looking forward to getting away from pavement and being back in, under the oaks and the nature of New Orleans and being outside.
Good stuff. Well, also spoke to some freshmen on campus earlier this week. They have no clue what to expect when it comes to tailgating, a football game. What advice would you give to them?
Well, the biggest thing is to just enjoy yourself and to just see where the day takes you. there's going to be so many groups and people on campus that have their own tailgatings. So until you get your foot wet on what's going on, you can just go around from different tailgates to different tailgate tents and experience and see, all the people that have come back to campus, alumni, local businesses that support Tulane that are going to have tents at tailgating, and there's going to be music. And so I think it's going to be a really fun afternoon for everybody that's involved.
For more on Mrs.Hullabloo, you can visit her blog. It's hullabaloohuddle.blogspot.com. Well, stay tuned. We're back in the kitchen with charcoals after the break. Plus, we'll have a preview of tomorrow night's show.
Helps.